Hello students, welcome back to Future Foundation. Students, in this video I am going to discuss question from functions which was asked in JEE Advanced 2023 paper 1. So let's start. So students, question is let S is equal to 0, 1 open, union 1, 2 open, union 3, 4 open, and T is the set having elements 0, 1, 2, 3. In which of the following statements is or are true? There are four options given and the question may have more than one correct answer. So let's proceed accordingly. So option 1 says there are infinitely many functions from S to T. As we can see, there are infinite number of elements in the domain of the function. So there may be infinite, there can be infinite number of functions from S to T as well. Right? Say for example, if as it is given that domain of the function is 0, 1, union 1, 2, union 3, 4. Right? Say if I am taking x as 0.1, so f of 0.1 can be 0, f of 0.2 can be 0, right? It can be many one function. F of 0.25 can be 3, right? So as we can see, there are infinite elements in this domain of the function. So there are infinite number of functions from S to T possible, right? So option 1 is correct or option A is correct. Now option B says there are infinitely many strictly increasing function from S to T. So we are saying for strictly function. So as f of 0.1 is 0, f of 0.2 is 0. So in this case, this is many one function. So it is not of our choice. Again, if f of zero point 0.1 is 0, f of 0.2 is 1, and f of 0.3 is 1. So again it is many one, but it can be increasing, not strictly increasing, only increasing functions, right? So again it is not our choice. Now if I say that I am taking the function which are strictly increasing, so if I take f of 0.1 as 0, f of 0.2 as 1, f of zero point 0.3 as 2, and f of zero point 0.4 as 3. So but there are not there are not only these four functions, there are infinite functions, but we can see only four functions can have maximum four functions can be in the direction of a strictly increasing nature, right? So option B is also option B is incorrect, right? So this is not correct. Now the number of continuous functions from S to T is at most 120. Now let's find the continuous function, right? Now let's come to option C. Say this is 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. Say if 0 to 1 is 0 and 1 to 2 is 1, 2 to 3 is 3 to, sorry, this is 3 to 4. This is 3 to 4, can be 2 or can be 3 also, right? But if you see that function is jumping from 0 to 1 at x is equal to 1, but still it is continuous because x is equal to 1 is not in the domain of the function, same as x is equal to 3, right? Okay, but x is equal to 3 is again not included in the domain of the function, right? Okay, so for 0 to 1, right, function has uh, four choices. 0 to 1 can be uh, for 0 to 1 can be 0 or can be 1 or can be 2 or can be 3. So number of continuous functions for 0 to 1 there are four choices. For 1 to 2 again there are four choices, and for 3 to 4 there are again four choices, right? It can be 0 or it can be 1 or it can be 2 or it can be 3. So there are total 64 functions. Exactly, there are total 64 continuous functions, right? And option says there are maximum number of continuous functions 120. So according to this question, option C is also correct, right? Because total number of continuous functions in this case is 64, but here it is written as at most 120 functions can be possible. So yes, it is correct. Now every continuous function from S to T is differentiable, as continuous function is a constant function, and we know very well every continuous function is differentiable also, so no need to uh, write anything on this screen. We all know in advance that every continuous function is differentiable. So again, option D is also correct, right? So options A, C and D are correct options. So students, let's meet in next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.